Morning, kids. Beautiful day for a drive in the Angeles forest. And you may recognize this gentleman, Tyler Hoover from Hoovie's Garage.
Howdy,
welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good to hang out. We're going to go record a podcast after this. Originally, you were going to show up with an LS Swap 911.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Typical project. Didn't get done yet.
Oh, big surprise there. The project car's not finished.
Yeah, so I decided I wanted to do Monterey Car Week, and I wanted a car because I'm celebrating, 50 years of AMG, or there are in Monterey.
You're so on topic.
I just wanted to blend in, right?
It wouldn't be. So you bought this, you bought a C36.
Correct.
Is this what, like a 95, 96?
Correct.
95?
First year.
So the C36 is do you know the history of these cars? A very interesting car.
Yes.
They basically built this was the first car that Mercedes and AMG did together as a production model.
Correct.
But they basically built a bunch of 280s, trucked them up the road to the AMG factory, pulled the motors out, put the AMG built motor in it.
Right.
And that's kind of it.
Well, a lot of things were tweaked, and it was like a parts bin special. All the top shelf stuff got put in here, like the V12 brakes.
Yeah, the brakes off the 600, and then the upgraded this and that. But they basically took stuff from the larger luxury sedans, put it in this little car with this hand-built 3.6 liter straight six, and it's actually isn't it a 320 motor with a stroker crank in it, more or less? I think it is. Yeah. I think they told me that at AMG. Yep. So either way, it's a 5-speed automatic or 4-speed? 4-speed
automatic. From the 500E.
Right. Yeah. Oh, from the 500E that's probably in the shot back there. Well, let's have a go. Let's see what it's about. Sounds good. Yeah. Sounds like a straight six.
Yeah.
So, 210,000 miles on the C36. How much was it? You got it? Can you say?
Yeah, it was. I got it on Bring a Trailer. It was public. It was $5,000.
Not bad.
Yeah,
$5,000 for like, not quite a homologation special, but an important part of Mercedes history. Yes. Kind of a rare car, actually.
Yeah, about 400 or 500 made, 95.
Super rare.
Yeah.
I got to drive one of these in Europe for the NBC show, which no one saw because it's the NBC show, but it was like a mint one. I mean, when I tell you it had 20,000 miles on it, it was mint, and it drove exactly like this one, with 200,000 miles on it. But it's a good little like rev happy kind of engine.
I much prefer this to the C43.
You prefer this to the V8?
Yes.
Why? Lighter at the front?
Well, I mean, not necessarily, because it's an inline-six is pretty darn heavy, but it's just rev happy and fun, and they really went and did something. With the C43, it was 300 horsepower, and the base normal motor is like 275. So they really, what they do, they hand built it. What they really do with this thing, the C280 was like 195 horsepower, and then they built the shit out of it.
Wasn't this like 280 or 260, something like that?
Yeah, 286 or 7 or something like that. Yeah.
It sounds good. It doesn't. It's like, to me, I associate Mercedes with V8s, but it doesn't. It sounds almost like an M3 engine, which is pretty cool. God, handles all right.
Yeah.
I just have it in Auto 3, which I guess it's probably even staying in 2 at this point. But for 210,000 miles, the interior is pretty good. Not a lot of tears or rips or anything like that. It seems to have held up well. Classic Mercedes styling. How did your Monterey go?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah.
Did you feel at home in this vehicle?
Yes. It was a great show, Legends of the Autobahn, and I had the only C36 there, which was great. I parked next to an R63, which is another unicorn,
Yeah, those are really neat, the minivans.
Yep.
Look at this, you got some grip. Body roll, but not too bad. Kind of a fun car, man. So what are you going to do with this thing? Just going to daily it?
Well, not really. It's part of the new Hoopty fleet. I have about 10 to 14 cars that are all, if I sold them all, I could probably buy one nice car. It's just one of those
10 to 14 cars.
If I count, then that's the first step in admitting there's a problem. If I know how many there are.
Yeah. Just keep guessing.
Yeah, but I just sold an ML55, another weird AMG, and it felt weird not having an AMG in the garage. I had to have something, and when the well, S-Swap wasn't going to work out, driving it out here and trolling all the Porsche guys at the Works reunion. I was going to put it in the Outlaw class with those guys, and when that didn't work out, I just wanted to find something out here, and this really fit the bill.
I'm not sure if we're in second or third right now. I feel like we're probably in, I don't know, third, but it's the right gear for this road. Everything, this whole road can just be taken in this gear between 3,000 and 5,000 RPM, and the car's perfectly happy. What a nice little car for $5,000.
Yeah, I lucked out for sure.
You really did. Did you? Was it kind of a disaster, and you had to fix things, or was it okay?
Well, there were a few things, but like he picked me up and it was blowing full heat, but I just tapped on the heater valves and that brought the air conditioner back to life.
So they were just sort of stuck?
Yeah, stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, you never turn the air conditioning on.
You did mention you don't have center vents.
I don't have, no, if there's a vacuum pod that should be opening up, that's not.
Yeah, this car does have some kind of needlessly complex vacuum actuated stuff.
Right.
That can be an issue with these cars.
Yeah, it's kind of the last breath of that.
Not quite, because my 2001 SL has the vacuum actuated door locks. They do work, but I'm just waiting. Let's see. Oh, good turning radius. Wow, really good turning radius. You get a lot of lock going in this thing. How about, because the inline, they give you a little more angle, I guess.
Yeah, they also tweaked it too. They tightened it up. With
the did they? You get different steering?
Yep.
I love the one separate two-tone panel at the bottom of the steering wheel. They brought that back later with the Panda SLs. You ever see the Panda? Oh, like my SL, they had an 02 Silver Arrow edition.
Oh yeah, I had one of those.
Did you have one with the full Panda interior?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
God.
Yes.
It's brutal on the eyes.
Yeah. So I had that 7-8 years ago. Sold it way too cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. Now everyone wants big money for those. I think this is a car that could, I mean, I don't know if it'll like go up, you know, like a 911 does, but like, I have a hard time thinking you'd lose a dime on this car ever.
Yeah, it'll never be something real special at 210,000 miles. It is pretty original and nice, but yeah, it won't be one of those. I don't get it because now the E36 M3s are getting really expensive.
No, those people are insane.
And this isn't. I don't get it.
It's the automatic. It's because it's an automatic. People who are looking to spend $10,000 to $14,000 on a vintage European car want a manual. That's my guess. I think, is there a manual swap possible for this car?
Yeah.
There is, right? Because this motor seems like with a manual that would really be kind of delightful. Is there enough? Yeah, there's enough room in the pedal box for a clutch pedal for sure. Did any of the other C classes come with manuals? I think at least one did, right?
I think so.
At
as
least
far
in
as
Europe.
Europe, most of them were.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really easy. They're mostly inline 4s and 6s with sticks out there, so sourcing one's not that hard.
Could you get one out of like an SLK or something? Maybe that's where you'd find it.
Well, the SLKs, they had that 4-cylinder compressor motor, and I don't know the differences as well as the V6s, which would definitely not work. But
yeah, but you're a wrench, so you'll figure it out. It's better that than me trying to figure it out. You're putting an LS into a 911.
Well, I got help with that. He's my mechanic in Halstead called the Car Wizard, who saves my life. Yeah, he's amazing. But when I help, I just kind of get in the way.
So given that this car uses components from other Mercedes, like the brakes from the 600s and stuff like that, do you think the parts cost is bad, or is it pretty reasonable given that you're working with a $5,000 car?
If you hunt around online, I'm sure you can find deals. I just got this thing, so I don't know. I haven't broken it yet. Maybe you will.
No, dude. This thing feels stout as can be. This feels like one of those cars that's been exercised regularly its whole life, and it feels nice and tight.
Yeah.
The only thing to me that really feels its age is the left side of the seat cushion is a little more. Yeah. But that happens with all of these. I actually had to have in my SL with only 50,000 miles, I had to have the lower cushion remade because I have like a sensitive spine, so it really bothered me, and they fixed it. It was not expensive, but that was one of the things with these old luxury cars. I like this thing, man. This has been a good daily for you. What is your daily if you have 10 to 14 hoopty projects going on?
I spend a lot of time in my 2007 S600, which I bought for $4,500 with a blown motor and fixed it, and yeah,
You put a new motor in it?
I used one. It was $4,500 for the used motor.
So $9,000 into an 07 600?
Oh, and then another probably $4,500 in torque crap while it's there, and then it's done. Yeah, $160,000 new. That's still a lot.
Is 07 the twin turbo one?
Correct.
It is, right?
Correct.
Oh my god.
Put a tune on it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. At 500 horsepower at the wheels, 600 torque.
Wow.
Yeah, big old thing.
Is it a salvage title?
No.
It's a clean title?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I gotta drive that. That sounds good. Well, this is cool though. I mean, if I were you, I'd spend some time detailing this a bit.
Oh, I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Yeah, this is a really neat part of AMG history, and that would be okay on its own, you know, even if it drove like shit. But fortunately, it drives pretty good. It's pretty comfortable and spacious, and got good brakes, good enough brakes.
Yep.
Motor sounds nice. Cool. Neat car, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it out.
Thank you.
We're not actually done with Tyler. This is the end of this video, but now we murder him. We're going to go to the studio and record a podcast. So the podcast actually will probably go up before the video.
Okay.
So by the time this video is out, check out the podcast, the Smoking Tire podcast with Tyler Hoover of Hoovie's Garage. And thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Cool car. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming out and sharing it with us. And best of luck with your 14 hoopties. And it's got cassette holders. That's the best part of this whole car is the cassette holders.
Agreed.
Oh, one is broken.
Yes, that's probably
$500 off.
Well, the Kennedy tape's probably in there, you know, something.
The lost 18 minutes of Watergate.
Yeah.
We found them. No, very neat car. I don't know if there's any consumer advice from these. If you find one, it's a neat 90s piece of AMG history. So thank you, Tyler. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.